So I'm standing here with Mr. Terrence Robinson, the owner of No Limit Party Rentals. What's going on, Terrence? How you feeling today?
Wonderful. How you doing?
Good. I can't complain, man. So you have a great business going here. It seems like everything is working out well for you. So just tell us a little bit about your business and what you guys do.
First, we are an event rental company where we rent items for different events like baby showers, weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, communions, christenings, and so forth. Then it turned into decor. We do full decor as far as full setups, from table settings, and then we go into draping, where we drape full rooms with curtain-like cloth, velvet fabrics, sequin fabrics. So from soup to nuts, we cover the whole event. This started out pretty much from me having my daughter about 4 years ago. She actually just turned 5, so I would say 5 years ago. I had a baby shower. We were looking for throne chairs, and they were like impossible to find. Lo and behold, I found a provider where I can get these throne chairs at a low, fair value, and rent them. So I bought 5 throne chairs, started out with a storage, and then next thing you know, people were asking me for more items, like arch walls, pedestals for the cakes, candy carts, things like that. So I ended up getting them built, which eventually led into me owning a store. Okay, I had a storefront located right in Cambria Heights, where I moved all my stuff from the storage and put it into the store. So that was my storage. Okay, so I made that the storage, not knowing that this will lead to where it's at now. I just wanted to rent throne chairs. But people just kept asking for more and more stuff.
And that's it. And I think that's so interesting to hear your story, because you didn't even expect this to be what it is today. You just started trying to meet a need, and then here we are today, where you have a very successful business. And I also know that you are person A who works out.
Yes,
absolutely. I also know that you are a man of God who loves the God. So how do you manage running a very expensive business and then staying on your workout regimen, and how does it all come together? How do you make sure your family is satisfied, your business is satisfied, and then take time for yourself?
To answer that question, like you said, I was a God-fearing man. So first things first is praying to God, making sure He gives me the strength to do this, because without Him, I can't get this done, to be honest. Okay. And that's the rule of thumb. That's rule number 1. Right. Okay. And then all things will fall after. He gives his toughest battles to the strongest warriors, obviously. And I really feel like that. That's what I have to tell myself every day. I'm one of the toughest warriors He gave this battle to. Cause I got it's a lot that goes into it. It's been days I cried. I'm a grown man, but sometimes it's a lot of stuff you have to do. Right. These people, I have to make sure these weddings is perfect. So it's a lot of stress sometimes. And a lot of times I have multiple events in one day that are very stressed. Like, people understand they do one event. But to get back to your question, is the health. I'm very big in health, obviously due to COVID. I make sure I stay healthy and in shape. I haven't been able to make it to the gym, so I brought the gym to me, as you can see. I make sure I get my workout in, because health is wealth. Health is the true number 1 source to wealth. I can have all the money in the world, but without health, I'm not going to live long. So I make sure I keep my health second after God.
So if you had advice to give anybody trying to start a business, or any business owners that are trying to just make their business greater, what advice would you give them?
First piece of advice is to definitely be focused. Know what you want to do. Know your goals. Where do you want to be in a year from now? Where do you want to be 3 months from now? Right. Then you have to obviously work, okay? Because all these thoughts without working is not going to get you nowhere. So my first rule of thumb is to know what you want to do first. Set your goal first, and then work towards that goal. Working towards that goal is literally breaking your hours a day. You're not working a 9 to 5. You work day in, day out, trying to fulfill your ideas or even the client's needs. So most importantly is the goal setting. I think you need to have a goal. Also the team. Okay, you need to have somebody else as well to build. If you want to grow, you can't do everything by yourself. So that's like with me. I was doing all the calls. I was doing the deliveries. I was doing the bill payments. I was doing accounts receivable, everything. So I eventually had to offload that.
Right.
I found a couple of individuals that I trusted, and they were able to help me while I was paying them. Obviously, they was able to help me get to reach my goals that I set forth.
And that's definitely something I truly believe in, is building a team. You know, in the beginning of my career, I didn't really quite understand the significance. I'm somebody who's going to try to take everything on by myself.
Exactly.
I'm trying to fix every problem. But the one thing I'm learning is that your team is, once you grow to a certain level, your team is so important.
Exactly.
Building a team of individuals that understand your vision,
yes,
understand where you're trying to go. Building a team of individuals who can hold you accountable.
Exactly. That's true.
And
very true.
It's very important, and it can make or break any given business.
Well, your team is the extension of you.
Correct.
Okay, so when my guys go out there, they know they represent not only No Limit Party Rentals, but they represent me.
Correct.
Okay, because I run a tight ship. I'm not like from soup to nuts. I'm professional on the phone. When you call the phone lines, I guarantee you're going to be happy when you hear the phone, whoever answers that phone call. The energy that you give over the phone is the same energy you got to give on delivery. My guys know, once you get to delivery, you have to have that same energy that we give over the phone.
Correct.
Even on a pickup. So when you're picking up items, when we pick up at the end of an event or breakdown, have the same energy. And that's the reason why the clients call back. Because you can't say, oh, we got the money, and now, all right, we come break down and get mean, things like that. So I learned that if you just keep the same energy with everything, from soup to nuts, literally, from the phone call to the end of the event, that client will call you back. I guarantee that. Okay. Tyree, my man, he started with me day one.
Okay.
When we had literally one job on a Saturday, doing chairs and tables.
Right.
You know, he's been with me from day one, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I never met nobody more loyal than my man Tyree right here. Absolutely. I owe half this business to my guy Tyree,
right? Because
he's been there from day one, through thick and thin. We had nights where we worked nonstop, no sleep, wake right up on a Sunday, rock right through. So I'm really grateful for this man.
And that goes back to your conversation about team building, and I think that's very important. That's a lesson I had to learn. You can't do everything by yourself.
Exactly.
So when you have that good right hand,
I was like, hold on.
It makes all the difference. And one of the messages that I'm trying to get out there, a lot of people have great ideas and they think building a business is easy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a great idea. What is entrepreneurship really like?
It is tough, rough, and it will rock you up. But it's only built for the strong. I'm going to be honest, okay? Because this is day in, day out work. Mm-hmm. I wake up, I have to go and post. Now social media is the best marketing source ever.
Right.
With Instagram, Facebook, or what have you. The media that we're doing as well. This will, I feel, and I'm sure you feel, will go to many other eyes. A lot of people will see it. So that's the key. You got to keep working. I always keep the posts, the reels going, because that brings in a lot of attraction. And that starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay, to get back to you. So I go at 5 o'clock in the morning, then I got to come to the warehouse, make sure everything is straight, answering phone calls, things of that sort.
Right.
It's a 24/7 job. This is not something that you can just go home at the end of the day and forget about, okay? Because you always want to make sure your clients are happy. In any industry, you want to make sure your clients are happy and that you're satisfying everybody's needs to the best of your capability, okay? Because if you're giving somebody 50% of your efforts, 9 times out of 10 is going to have 50% response back. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what you put out is what you get back.
So I know that COVID had a huge impact on a number of businesses. So I guess my question to you is, how did COVID affect your business, and how did you overcome kind of the effects of basically COVID changing the game and the scope of life for everybody and every business?
Well, COVID definitely hit hard when it did hit, and it's still here, obviously, but it affected the business big time. Everybody was shut down. All the venues that we provide rentals to and do our decor work in was shut down. So zero income was coming in, literally, for those few months. I got worried. I thought I was going to lose everything.
Of course.
Literally everything I put my money and my mind into, the blood, sweat, and tears into. So it was a lot to go through at that point in time. But God,
That's right.
I would say that.
But God.
I started promoting, so I get very creative. So I started promoting, doing events in the backyard. I was just setting up stuff in my own backyard. Mother's Day came around, I did something for my mother. And people seeing what I was doing. And around that time, graduations was coming. So everybody wasn't doing graduations no more because the colleges or high schools wasn't letting, it was virtual at that point.
Right.
So I was doing stuff in backyard. I had people doing a 2020 at that time, I believe. It was 2020 marquee with the balloons in their backyard to celebrate graduation. So that was going hot. People was doing that every weekend. Right. So people started learning that they could do things in their backyard. So that's where we got started getting back, income, I should say. That's how we started getting more income back in, and then started going from there. We started because a lot of companies in the rental game went down, they went under. But I was able to get creative, and obviously, once you start turning and getting out of the regular spectrum, you can think of other ways to create money or income, I should say.
So can you talk to me about, as an entrepreneur and a business owner, like an obstacle that stands out in your mind that was very difficult to overcome, and how did you overcome that obstacle?
Obstacle that was, to me, I think, was the fear of growing. Like when it was time to acquire the warehouse that we standing in, right? That was the only obstacle. It was like, whoa, what am I doing? I can't believe it. Like I'm about to do this. Because it was a big no. Like when you put that initial no out, it's like, hold on, if this don't go right, I'm under.
Yeah.
So I just had to really pray and keep my faith in God and and just know that I didn't get here just off of, not being faithful and not standing the course. I always felt like the Lord had something bigger for me, and obviously He did, and He keeps showing me every day. So there you have it. I mean, that's all I can tell you as far as that goes, is the fear of growing.
Yeah.
As silly as it may sound.
I think that that's the fear for many entrepreneurs, and I've learned that even about myself, is that just taking that first step and having a confidence in yourself to just take that first step. And God will work everything else.
Literally.
And it seems tough sometimes, but what I have found is that when something resonates with you and something is on you and you think about it every day, just take that first step.
Exactly.
As a perfectionist, I tend to try to think about everything soup to nuts, try to figure it all out top to bottom.
That's how I am too, believe it or not.
And I'm also learning that just sometimes take that first step and everything will work itself out.
If you don't take this first step, you already failed.
That's right.
Like you literally failed by not taking the step. People are worried about people and what they think. And that's the reason why a lot of us not even fail. We don't even do.
We don't even try.
And that's failing because you're not even trying. Correct. So that's what I was like, people don't understand that.
Yeah.
And once people understand that not trying is actually failing.
Not tries to fail.
That's when you start to win.
Right. That's one of the interesting things I just want to point out about your business. Just the fact that you named it No Limit. It was like when you named it, you were setting that expectation, and now you're literally meeting that expectation.
Exactly. And I named it No Limit because I knew it was going to be no limit to what I can do. We literally do centerpieces, florals. I never thought I'd be doing florals. I never thought we'd be doing balloons. I own a balloon store. Never thought of it.
Right.
Okay, so the Lord will pull you in a way where you would never think you will go. You just got to ask the Lord to show you and guide you. Okay, so there you have it. God first, all things after. Faith without works is dead. Okay, you need to be working towards whatever you want to do. And that's the bottom line. Faith without works, I think about that every time. Faith without works is dead.
And so, like I said, it's up to us to work together. If there are any resources that I have, I'll make sure you have those. There's a lot of small business opportunities out here that are coming across, and I'm just going to make sure that whatever we can do at the Greater Island Development Corporation to help you build your business, that we will commit to doing that. So
yes, I appreciate that. And being an Allenite myself, this means a lot to me, honestly.
your dad, I looked up to your dad, all right? So that's ultimate role model. The Reverend Dr. Floyd Flick, your dad, even your mom, Elaine Flick, they were perfect role models growing up in the Allen community. I went to Allen Christian School, okay? So he was one of my role models, which helped me to feel like I can do anything that I wanted to do, to be honest, okay? Other than your dad, it was my dad. My dad is also a business owner as well, where I watched him day in, day out work and sacrifice, okay, for his family, working nonstop. And like I said, I seen your dad doing it as well, you know, so being an Allenite, this means so much to me because it's bringing us back together after all these years, you know, after all these years.
I just want to celebrate you for being not only a great business owner, but a phenomenal father. Because it's hard to manage both.
Yes.
It makes me proud.
Yeah.
It motivates me to even just keep moving forward in many of the things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I just want to personally say that, you know, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, man.
Keep up the good work. And if there's anything that I can do to help build your business, like, please just let me know, reach out.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate you taking the time to just talk to us today. We just want to inspire other people who are thinking about starting a business, letting them know, giving them an introduction to what it really takes to business and how to do it, and giving them entrepreneur stories, I think may just be helpful for individuals who are trying to start a business or thinking about starting a business, or even for those super optimistic people who have an idea. I just want, you know, to give them a realistic perspective of it's not easy.
It's not.
Right?
It's tough. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, man. There's no limit to your party needs.